We are here. Yes, we are. Oh, Zippers Kids is back. Come on. Are you excited?
Back.
We're back. Have you missed us?
It's been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while. But we're back.
Hello. Hello, little sippers.
What a day to have our...
What a great day. What day is it?
It's coming home.
It's coming home day. England are playing today, so we thought we'd do something extra special, not just because we're back, because England are back. So we're going to be doing Snoopy, Euro Snoopy. Check that out. Go on, give me a little close-up. Give me a little close-up.
And if you don't support England, if you support any other team, you can put a different flag.
Do the flag of your nation in there. Look, he's even wearing a little England top. You see that?
There we go.
Check that swag out. Check it out. So this is what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be Snoop Euro version. Yeah. So let's introduce ourselves. If you don't know, let's do it. Let's tell them who we are. My name is Elliot Naughty. Real name.
And I'm NorteyPitcher.
And together we are a creative couple called NorteyPitcher. NorteyPitcher. See what we did there. So yes, we're going to bring you some art,
Yes,
Snoopy,
we are.
and the cheeky sip. We're called Art Sippers Kids for a reason. So we've got this Belly the Bell, and every time you press it, what happens?
We have a cheeky sip.
Cheeky sip.
Yeah.
So what are you sipping on at home? She's going for it, sipping Esprella. I actually want some myself. I'm quite parched actually. You have a sip and I have a sip. So while she's having a sip, you tell us at home, what are you sipping on?
Yep.
So we press the bell so you can sip and gives you some time to just relax, reflect on your artwork.
Yes, and I'm going to go through the tools with you guys. So it's okay if you're using pens and pencils at home. We're going to be using acrylic paints today.
Yes.
And we're going to be using a big flat brush. Now this is maybe...
Not just any brush. It's the big brush.
And that's going to be for the background. A lot of the background there. That's going to be in this background here. A lot of the surface area is going to be with this big flat brush. Then we've got our medium brush. That's going to be used for some of the smaller details, like the doghouse here, Snoopy's doghouse, and the flag. Then we have our small brush, which is for the little details, such as maybe the ear, the football, the writing, Woodstock there. So they're the little ones. Then we have a pencil and a rubber. So pencil and a rubber. We're going to sketch this out first. And then today we're using acrylic paints. So acrylic paints today, and these are the colours we're going to be using. Not the primary colours actually. So we have some white, lemon yellow or yellow mid, any kind of yellow. Red.
Bit of red, can't beat a bit of red.
So that can be a cadmium red, a primary red, even a deep red if you wanted to. Sap green. This is cerulean blue. If you've got cerulean blue, grab a cerulean blue, primary blue, any kind of medium blue is good. Phthalo blue. Phthalo blue or ultramarine. And a black. There's the colours we're going to be using today.
Let us know if you can hear us and see us. It does happen because we are live. We have technical sometimes. So hopefully you can hear us and see us.
Some tap water. This is to wash your brushes.
Aha! Little sippers, make sure that you have your paint water and your sips on different sides of the table. Because when we press our bell, I don't want anyone to accidentally do that. We do this. It tastes so much better than paint water. It really does. So make sure you don't make that accident. If you do make that accident, let me know because I want to have a giggle. It's a Sunday giggle session.
It's a Sunday. This is kind of going to chill you out before the game. It's going to get you a little bit excited, but it's going to be a chilled excitement for today, which is good. And then and we get really excited later when it starts. Hi, Hayley. So we, as well as all that, we have a competition today. So we do this competition usually at every of our kids' events, and we're giving away something really special. So Elliot, do you want to go through the competition?
I do actually. I actually do. So today we are going to be doing our special Art Sippers artifacts. So throughout the show, I'm going to tell you some facts about Snoopy. There's a new show actually. There's actually a new Snoopy show out now on Apple TV. So I'm going to tell you some facts about that, tell you some trivia, some quiz questions. If you can answer correctly in the comments over there, got it right for once, this side, I will get you up on behind me, the competition wall. And if your name gets up there, I'm going to put you into a hat at the end of the show and you can win a prize. Yes, you. And there's a big prize up for grabs today. It's none other than this. Oh, check out.
And Maria! Sorry, I keep forgetting. And Maria and Matt.
Boom! You're going to get yourself loads of things, even things that fall on the floor. And now it's Sippers experience box. This could be yours. We've got goodies in here. You've even got your own beret. You've got some sips in there. You've got some chocolate snacks, paints, paintbrushes, all the goodies. This is up for grabs. So you have to be in it to win it. So get your thinking berets on, and this could be yours. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.
So we have a few people in here today.
Who's
and
in the room?
You probably know our one rule. Our one rule, Art Sippers, is no judgment.
Yes.
The one thing we take seriously.
It's the only thing we take seriously.
This is no judgment on your own work and no judgment on anybody else's. So no laughing at anybody else's work, no making funny comments about their work. And if you hear yourself kind of putting yourself down when you're doing your work, try and get rid of that little inner voice. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be relaxing. You will probably make some mistakes. I've made many mistakes on this and then I have to correct them. That's a good thing with acrylics, you can correct them. But don't worry, if you are feeling a little bit panicked, take a breath and take a sip.
Take a cheeky sip. So we want you guys to feel relaxed and calm before we paint. So to do that, we're going to do something to get you all into the moment. So we have a little mindful moment with Art Sippers. So I want all our little sippers to do one thing for me. I want you to stand up. Yes, that's it. Stand up on your feet. Stand up. Come on. Everyone on their feet. I'm doing it. The picture's doing it. We're up on our feet. And then I want everyone to do two things for me. I want you to raise your hands in the sky. And then when you put your hands down, I want you to breathe out and I want you to make a funny noise like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, hands up, breathe in, and then hands down. We're gonna do 2 more times. Hands up, and then hands down. One more time, make it big and loud. Hands up, hands down. I feel good. Do you feel good? Picture.
I feel good.
Let's get on with the show. Come on. Sip, sip.
Okay, grab your pencils and your canvas and we're going to start sketching.
Sketchy, sketchy.
We're not going to do grid lines today.
Oh, no grid lines.
No, we're just going to guesstimate. So let's do the top. Oh. Let's do the top of the doghouse first. Let's do this Snoopy's doghouse. So we're going to do this line here. And then we're going to do 2 lines that kind of go slightly out at a diagonal, just a tiny diagonal, and then a line across. So 1 line up there, 2 that go slightly out, and then 1 across. And this is about halfway, maybe a little bit above halfway. This is about halfway. So yeah, just a bit above halfway.
Is anyone celebrating a birthday this weekend? If you are, let us know. We will give you a cheeky shout out.
Let's do a line here. Be the top of the house. And then, as I said, a line going down, but kind of slightly at a diagonal. Not too much. It's not going out too much. It's going out a little bit. Can you see? Let's do another one here. Okay, you want them about the same size. I think I did one a bit longer there, actually. Then you do a line all the way across. The top of the doghouse.
Is anyone excited for the big game today? Is anyone not going to be watching it today. If you're not watching it, what are you going to be doing instead?
Wow, Max's birthday is on the 20th. That's very, very soon. Is that is it Tuesday? Tuesday, not next week, the week after? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is. Wow, that's
wow,
amazing.
10 years old, double digits.
That deserves a sip. Come on, Max. Come on.
10 was my best birthday ever.
Double digits.
10 is a good age. Okay, so we're going to do another little lip like this. Can you see this tiny little extra line underneath? Let's do that. So do these tiny little lines going inwards like this. Then join it up. So line going diagonal that way, line going diagonal that way. Let's do a line across. Then we're going to do this rectangle underneath. So we've done this bit. We're going to do this little rectangle underneath like this. Actually, it might be good to do the grass first. Let's do the grass first. So the grass, just this line here, and then we can just join the lines. That'll be easier. Let's do the grass. Which I'm just going to do straight for now. We'll do some grassy effects in a minute. Then it's quite easy. 2 little lines going down here and down here, and that's that rectangle.
Nice. So that's like the doghouse, isn't it?
Yeah, Snoopy's doghouse.
Has anyone been watching Snoopy? So it's been out for a long time. It's a classic comic book. Has anyone been watching it on Apple TV?
And Maria's been watching it.
I think she said that she's watching the footy later.
Oh.
I think that's what she said.
Yes, that's probably it. Okay, so we've got the doghouse. Let's do this flag, shall we? Now you can choose a different flag if you wanted to, or you could do a different design, or you could even do like the 3 lines on the flag, or you could do a Union Jack. You could do any flag you wanted at this point.
That'd be quite a good little look, actually.
We're going to do the same kind of thing. So we're going to do another little line, like in here, inside the roof. Can you see I've left a bit of space here and a bit of space here? Yeah, you watched the proper one. That's what I call the proper one. I'm not sure what the new one's like.
No, I haven't actually looked at it myself, to be fair.
Let's do 2 lines going down, but remember how we did these at a slight angle? We're going to do the flag at just a slight angle too. So it's going to go a little bit of an angle here. So it's not dead straight, and that means it's following the roof and it's coming out. And then you can join it up. Tip, tip.
Sip, sip. So if you are...
my drink.
I did. I've actually nicked it from Josie. I want you to tell me, if you're a Snoopy fan, you should know this. There's a little yellow bird that is Charlie Brown's good friend and Snoopy's good friend. What is the name? What is the name of this little bird? You should know this.
I think I said it right.
She might have said it. So let me know the name of that little yellow bird, the most famous yellow bird in Charlie Brown and Snoopy. You should know. You should know. No Googling. No Googling.
Okay, let's do this cross in the middle. It's an easy way of doing this. You can do 2 lines going down like this. And then 2 lines going across. And there you go, you've got your cross. You can actually, if you wanted to, rub out that little square in the middle. And you've got the cross for the England flag. There we go, we've got our England flag.
Who's been putting up their England flag outside of their house? Who's got it on their cars? They're everywhere. We might do some face paint later on.
Yeah, we need to get some. We were supposed to do it for today's event, but we didn't get out in time. There we go. We've got our flag. And Snoopy has taped this one on. So we can do some tape.
Because he knows it's coming home, so he just had to quickly tape it. He was blown away.
You could put a circle instead and do it pinned in. Up to you. But the tape is just a rectangle going across the corner. Across the corner. Across the corner. Okay, let's finish off this doghouse. Now that we've done the flag, we can do the wooden panels. So it's got a piece of wood there, piece of wood there, piece of wood there. So we've got 2 lines. One line.
Oh.
2 lines.
So they're made up of wooden panels.
Yeah, it's a wooden doghouse.
Nice.
And then nailed together like a fence.
I haven't seen a doghouse for a long time, actually.
No, I haven't actually. Do people still have doghouses?
I think they do, but I think
In the
most people
garden.
keep their dogs inside these days.
Yeah.
So there's not many doghouses.
Let's do the roof panels too. Can you see there's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a line. I'm going to pretend it's going all the way through the flag, the other side, and then come out. So you go like that. Pretend to go through the flag. You can even do a tiny little line if you want to.
Yeah, you can just touch it if you like. We'll paint over this later, won't we?
Yep. And then another one. Tend to go through the flag. Do, 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 do. The side. It's okay if these are a little bit wobbly as well. They don't have to be dead straight. Wobbly fences. Wobbly panels.
So Maria said that she's actually got a big flag indoors, and she's doing face paint too.
Wow.
We might have to get some. We will. We'll have to get some.
Maybe you could do the flag that you've got indoors on your doghouse. Try and copy it.
That's a good shout.
People are trying to get the link, but it's taken its time to send. I think more people got tickets recently. Just sort of bank. Okay, let's draw. Should we start with Snoopy? Let's start with Snoopy. Got Snoopy here. I'm going to break down the shape of Snoopy's head a little bit. So you've got kind of like an ovally oblong shape here, and we've got like a circle here. And it goes into this body, which is almost like a big teardrop body. And we have little legs. And we've got okay. And we've got a little football over here, and we've got Woodstock over here. Let's have a go. So, let's start with the teardrop body, and then we'll do the head. So teardrop body is a bit like this. We're doing a big tear.
Oh, it really does look like a tear. It's like a little tear duct.
It's like a big droopy tear.
Droopy tear.
Goes out, goes back round, goes in. And we're leaving this a little bit above the doghouse. So I'm going to leave a little bit of room for his legs.
And it's a little place, make me feel like this. I go blind. I go blind when I think of you. I go blind, don't know what to do.
Okay, and then let's do like an oblong shape here. Just like an oval shape. It's attached to the ear, to the tear at the top.
The ear or the tear?
The tear. Just at the top there. I'm going to do a square. Got our oval shape there. Then we're going to do a circle like this. So we've got this oval and then we've got a circle and they overlap just slightly.
I see no sense to be this way. I walk alone, I'm so afraid. I take a breath, I think no more, I go blind. I see no sense to be this way.
Okay, so then if you can, pop your pencil at the top of the circle for me. And we're going to do almost like a 6. We're coming down, up and around like a 6.
Ooh. If you're struggling to get that little 6, I've got a little tip for you little sippers. Do you know what you need to do? Have a cheeky sip. Sip along with us.
So that is kind of the shape of Snoopy. Let's do the outline now. Hopefully you weren't doing the pencil too strong. I'm going to rub out a little bit of it so you can see my next sketch. So same kind of thing, but what I want you to do is just join up in a nice smooth line. So like this. Woo! So we're going up.
And you have to make the sound effects
down,
as well.
Woo! And then come round. And then join it to this tier. It's coming down. It's round. And then we're going up to the circle. And then this ear, it just comes around here and it goes up. So you've kind of got it there. That's the outline now.
Nice.
You can rub out this other bit of pencil.
While you're rubbing that out, I'm going to tell you the answer to the last question. I think I should get some on the board. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think I should do it?
Let's do a smile. So this is the smile here. Bring it up. Give him a smile. And then a little cheeky eye here. So that's just on the same line as that oblong. I've done a bit of a line. You can do a dot if you want. Give him a squinty eye. And then a little eyebrow up here. Woo. It's looking really weird. What's he missing? Nose. Little round oblongy nose. And you can even do a little bit of kind of a black ear here. So it's just a little shape. Black. And there you go. You've got Snoopy. Well, not yet. You've got
Close.
Snoopy without legs and arms, but still. You've got a Snoopy face. Time to do these arms. An arm's going to come up here, and it's just going to be, we're just going to do a little rectangle like that. It's like almost like a square or a diamond, actually. So you're going out, across, and down. Now do a line through that, like that, and you've got a cuff with his little football shirt. And then you can do the little paw. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do the other little cuff over here. So you can do a little rectangle like that. Slightly sideways at an angle.
Oopsies.
Two little lines like that for the arm. And then we can do another paw, which is like 1, 2, 3. You could do the little collar here too, which is kind of the shirt collar rather than his actual collar. But you can do his actual collar if you wanted to, instead of the football shirt. Just a little rectangle there. Then we can do the line for the shirt that comes around his belly and then out the other side. So you go around the belly. It's kind of slightly curved because he is rounded. And then I actually like to just bring out the football shirt just a little bit.
You have to bring out the football shirt. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's coming home.
Yeah.
Sip, sip. Okay, so I asked you a question at the beginning. I think I've given you enough time to get the answer now. So you should have got the answer. If you're a fan, you should have got the answer. So the question was, what is the famous bird's name? The yellow bird in the Snoopy, what is the name? The name of this loyal little bird is called Woodstock.
Woohoo!
Did you know it? Did you know it? Someone knew it. Who knew it? Kirsty Stewart knew it. Or Max. Who was it? Either way, you're both on the board. Take care, guys. I want to see who's going to get the next one.
Okay, so I've made the shirt come out a little bit by doing like a little L shape here. It means it's just flaring off his body. Okay, so we've got the arms, we've got the legs. You can do the little details of the shirt as well. You can do a little line. That's where the little, well, actually, sometimes the football shirts have 2 lines. I don't know if they do this year, but I did 1 line on the shirt. But you can do 2 lines.
It looks quite retro.
Retro's 2 lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old school ones. And you can do the badge as well, 3 lines badge. So that's kind of got a straight line, and then it kind of curves round. So you can kind of do that if you wanted to do the badge. You can do your lucky number, whatever your lucky number is.
What's your lucky number?
My lucky number is 16.
Ooh.
So I just did 6.
Fair play.
So I just thought, I got 7 on this one. It's not at the right angle. It should be slightly wonky angle, so it should be kind of at a slant like that. Let's do Snoopy's legs. I'm going to kick one out because he's going to kick the football. So we've got 2 lines like that, and then maybe 2 lines like that. So I've got 2 lines like that in an angle, and then 2 lines down here. Make them about the same length. And then you can do the foot, which is a big kind of oval shape like that, with 3 little toes. 1, 2. Same, kind of comes out, round, 1, 2, 3. You want them about the same size. I think I made that one a bit smaller. Make it about the same size as this one. Whoa.
I'm liking these sound effects.
And the tail. With a little spot on it. It does have a kind of spot at the back as well. Might come peek through and out.
Just hidden, but it is there.
Outside the shirt, if you did a shorter shirt. Probably want to rub that little line out where the legs are. And then you can do the football, which is coming over here. Circle. show you the football. So we've got some little hexagon shapes there. These little balls with lines in between. So you can do one just at the top of the football here. Do like one line and another line. That's quite an easy way to do it. So you do a bit like equals. And then I like to do a V over this shape and a V over that side. So a little point or an arrow even. An arrow this way, an arrow that way. And you've got a hexagon. Actually, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sides.
Is that a hexagon?
Yeah.
She's not sure, Sippers. She's not sure.
I'm going to do another one. So you can do another little equal sign. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys.
How many sides are 6 sides shapes?
And then
What's
do
the name?
Arrow that way, arrow that way. Same over here. Do one down here. Arrow that way, arrow that way. And then another equal sign. You can join it up with some lines, a bit like how I've done here. Just did some lines in between. Lots of lines. Here's a hexagon. Woo. Phew. So now we know what Woodstock is, or what it's called. We can do Woodstock down here.
Little cute Woodstock. Look at him just chilling up there. Just looking at. Hopefully that ball doesn't land on his head.
That's what he's looking at. He's like, oh no! But you could do anything. You could do some of Snoopy's friends, Charlie Brown.
So there's quite a lot of people in that. They call them the Peanut Gang.
Peanut Gang?
Yeah, it's a Peanut Gang. So Peanut was the name of the comic strip by Charles M. Schulz. He's the one who actually created Snoopy and his friends.
Oh.
And they were called the Peanut Gang. There's quite a lot of them. There was Woodstock, Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Franklin, Lucy Van Pelt, Linus Van Pelt, Peppermint Patty, and Sally Brown.
What's your favourite, guys? Who's your favourite? Did the teardrop again. Teardrop. You don't have to have Woodstock's head going up, but I like to do it. I did a little nose there like that. So it's almost like a hook. I'm going to show you side by side, actually. And then we're going to do the hair, which is flick out. So we did the hook, and then we're going to flick out. And we're going to do another flick. Flick. We're going to do another flick, but we're going to flick out this way. Flick. And then another flick. And we're going to go down. Like flick. And then to complete. Tiny little eye.
Oh, it's such a little small bird. Really delicate. Really delicate.
Okay. And then we'll do the little wing up here. And another little wing here.
I can't let you go, let you walk away. If I can't tell you what I feel this way.
And then the tail, which is like a kind of like a triangle.
I was hoping that you feel the same way as I am.
Let's do the feet, which are quite big, kind of claws. Go down, down, and then a big kind of flat oval.
Oh, I've got my first dad joke. Or what's a dog? It's a dog joke.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, why did Snoopy over there, why did he stay in the shade? Why did he stay in the shade? He could have been out in the sunshine, but he stayed in the shade. Why? You tell me why to get on the board. Come on, little sippers.
Can you get it? Sip, sip. Okay. So I'm just about to do a thought bubble.
Yes, I'm loving this thought bubble. Can you see what it says on there?
It's coming home. But you guys can put anything in this thought bubble. You could be saying, "Come on, England."
Or it could just be like your name or something. It could be anything.
Yeah, it could be thinking about something completely different. Is this football gonna land on Woodstock and crush him? No! He wouldn't be that happy, would he?
Not really. It's his best friend.
Best friend. Can have anything in here, but the rule is when doing speech bubbles or thought bubbles. So thought bubbles to start with are the kind of bouncy ones. So the bubbly ones. Speech bubbles, so that thought bubbles will have these little bubbles coming out from the head. Speech bubbles will be a bit more solid and they'll kind of have this little curvy arrow that goes near the mouth. This is a thought bubble. He's thinking this. He's not saying it. He's thinking, it's coming home. He thinks England are going to win.
Well, he doesn't think, he knows it.
So he's not saying this, he's thinking it. The best way to do these are to do the writing first and then do the bubble. So not everybody, a lot of people seem to make the mistake of doing the bubble and then writing in the bubble. And sometimes you write in the bubble and you can't quite fit everything in. So you've got to try and do your writing first and then you do the bubble. So we're going to write "It's coming home" over around about here. So you write it first. It's coming. And then I'll put home underneath. Home. I'm going to do a big exclamation mark. Even though I don't think there'd be an exclamation mark if I was thinking it. But you do the writing first. Write it nice and neat. And then you can do the bubble around it. You can do the bubble as big as you like.
Yeah, how many bubbles have you got? Quite a lot of.
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
And then I'll do some flop, flop, flop. And I'll get them, make them go a little bit smaller as it goes to
You
the
got
head.
3 of those little thought bubbles.
Got 3 of them. And there we go.
That's awesome. I'm liking that. It's a nice little sketch. Are you happy with your sketch?
I'm going to just put a little rubber over all of it just to get some of that lead off. And then we're going to start painting. Especially start painting the background. Yeah, how are you getting on with your sketches at home? Have you wrote anything different? Have you added any other characters? Have you done a different flag? Are you supporting Italy?
Don't support Italy. Support England. Do you know what? We got some super fans in here because I asked a question which was quite simple and they gave me a harder answer, which shows that we got some proper fans in the building. So the question was, why did Snoopy stay in the shade? Why did Snoopy stay in the shade? Did you think about it? Did you get the picture? Why?
No.
Why? Because he didn't want to turn into a hot dog. That's why. So easy. But you guys started to talk about Snoopy's nickname, his other character, which is called Joe Cool. Did you know that? Did you know? I'll tell you a breakdown about Joe Cool. So to become Joe Cool, Snoopy had to put on a pair of sunglasses, lean against the wall, and say his name's Joe Cool. That's how he became Joe Cool. So you guys are proper fans. That is a proper fan.
I'm Joe Cool.
Who knows that?
I like that. Let's do sky. Now you can just go in with your blue if you wanted to, or you can lighten it up a little bit. Use your big brush.
The big brush. Maybe someone could put some sunglasses on.
Yeah,
Snoopy.
you can turn turn Snoopy to Joe Cool with an England shirt on. Take some white to the side if you want to lighten your blue up a little bit. Mix in some of the cerulean blue. Maybe I'll make a little bit more. Make quite a bit because we're going to be covering the whole of the sky. You might want a different kind of sky. You might want rainy sky instead. You might want a grey sky. Do whatever you like. Yeah, you can have a grey sky.
Like kind of great today, to be fair.
Like our summer that we've had this year.
We've had a few hot days, but mainly cloudy days.
It was nicer this morning.
Yeah, we're in London. Where are you guys? Is it sunny where you are?
Let's get paint in that background. So you want to paint everything. Apart from the house, obviously apart from Snoopy, the ball. You can paint over them lines, the movement lines. We'll paint them in later.
Sweet. If you're using a canvas, make sure you paint the sides. Don't forget the sides. You will kick yourself if you don't paint these lovely sides. It will make it look really good when you hang up on the wall.
Otherwise, it might get a little bit messy. So I've got a thick layer of paint. I'm not using too much water. I'd much rather use thick paint than use watery, runny acrylic because I'll get a good layer and a solid layer and I won't have to do too many layers to make it look bold. I want this to be really bold, so try not to use too much water when you're using your paint.
Less
your
is more.
acrylic paint. Obviously, if you're using watercolors, it's a different situation. But if you're using acrylic paints, try and use less water. You don't need much. You just use a little bit of water to get your brush a little bit damp, and if you need your paint to go just a tad bit further, or if you need it maybe to do a really, really straight line, you might want slightly runnier paint. But if you want a big, bold background, you don't want to be using too much paint. And we're using a big brush, but when you get to certain areas that are really hard to get around, you might need to move down to a medium brush. So I might need to move down to a medium brush for some of it. I'm just going to do the bits that I can do with the big brush first.
Then you're going to get details.
Then I'll go down to a small brush or a medium brush. And I'll go into them little nooks and crannies, like round the feet there.
Ooh.
That's too hard to get in with.
I'm excited to see how everyone's going to get on today. It's going to be a nice one. This is a really nice event to relax before the craziness of later on, which I think you said earlier. I think it's going to be a bit of a busy day for everyone. So having a bit of art to calm the nerves before the big game is a good thing.
Yeah.
Have a little cheeky sip as well. So Hayley Pearl says she's in Collyton, and no, it's not sunny there. Kate Stewart says she's in Derby, and it's grey here. It's grey everywhere.
Grey.
But we're bringing the sunshine. Of course we are.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to, you can actually paint over the thought bubbles, the little ones, because they are quite hard to get around, and we can paint them white later. So if it is something that you can paint over later, just do it. You can paint over everything, actually.
But
so
not Snoopy.
If you lose his leg, you can always paint it back in, but we'll try and go around Snoopy. With the little thought bubbles, because they're so easy to add, we can add them.
Do you know what Snoopy's favourite colour is?
This is a joke.
This is. Can you tell me, little sippers, what is Snoopy's favourite colour? Don't think about it too much. Say the first thing that comes into your mind. It'll probably be right. Snoopy's favourite colour.
I'm trying to think my hardest right now to get this one.
Don't let the picture take it away from you. You can get it before her.
Favorite colour. I have no no idea. This is really
It's
annoying.
not a trick question. It's a trick question. I've tricked you. Can you get it?
No.
Haley said white. Keisha said red. What is it going to be? It's not those two colours.
Little Woodstock's difficult to paint around down
That's
here.
very true. It's very, very small down there. Don't lose him.
Might move down to my medium brush in a minute. Get into some of these nooks and crannies.
Technical term.
I've got the fan on me today and my paint is drying really fast.
Oh no. You got to work really fast then.
Right, moving on to my medium brush.
Just to get some more detail in there. So you move down to your medium brush now, guys.
If you need to get into them little areas, look at this one here. Just get next to the house here.
You are my summertime love in a faraway place. With your loving soul and that beautiful face. No one can know about the days I spent in your embrace. You're no good for me, is what they're all gonna say. You are my summertime love. When we go back, no one will know how we were. You are my summertime love. Out on the beach, watching the stars on blood.
Did you know that Peanuts, which was the original comic strip, is arguably the most longest ever told human story in history?
Wow. How long did it go on for?
It went from October the 2nd, 1950 to February the 13th, 2000.
Wow.
And it had 17,897 strips published.
Wow. All by the same guy?
All by the same guy, Charles M. Schulz. And there's a lot of people that were influenced by his cartoons, even Matt Groening. And Matt Groening is the one who created The Simpsons. So lots of people get influenced by Charlie Brown and Snoopy.
Last little bits around Snoopy's body.
Oh, we got a clever clogs in the building. Have a sip, sippers. So the question was, what is Snoopy's favorite color? It's a trick question. It was a trick question. Of course, it's Charlie Brown. It's Charlie Brown. I would have taken brown, and I got brown. You got it right. Well done. Hey, Stuart, you got it right first. Hey, you were just second. Just. See if I can get you on the board. See you on the board. You're on the board. Well done. You're on the board twice now. Living the dream.
Last little bits around the bubble here.
So we've been away doing Art Sippers Adults for a while. And we thought, you know what? It's about time to come back for the kids. And what better time to do this than the Euro final day? So hopefully you guys are glad about that.
We're just going to be doing these a little bit sporadically with the kids' ones. We're going to try and get a few dates in the diary so you know when the next one is. But we're going to be very busy at a family-friendly festival this summer, Cloud 9.
So we're going to be based in Dorset and Cotswold. So if you are out and about, doing a staycation, come and see us.
Okay, there's my sky. I think I'm quite happy with that now. Do the side of the canvas. My paint's dry now. This is where you would use a little bit of water.
Ah, so you do use a little bit of water.
It starts to go a bit dry. Go. Let's mix a nice green. Wash your brushes.
Oh, Hayley Pollard says she thinks people are struggling to get on. Oh no!
We did have a couple. I did to do, yeah.
I saw one. I gave her a nice little link so she could join us, but you're so true.
I'm not sure if there's something wrong with our link. I'm not sure. Oh. Give your brushes a good wash. Maybe use my phone. Okay, let's see the grass. Big brush. We're going to make this green a little bit lighter. So green is used making two primary colours, so yellow and blue. So if you don't have a green, you can mix in yellow and blue together. If you do have a green, you can actually work with this green to make it lighter or darker. Now I want to make it lighter. Which one out of these two are the lighter colours? Yellow. Yellow's a lot lighter than blue. Brighter. So if you add yellow to green, it will go a lighter green. Can you see how that's gone lighter green? If you add blue to green, it will go darker. If you're making your own green, you can take some yellow to the side. You can mix some blue in there. And you'll have a nice little green there. And again, if you wanted it lighter, you can add more yellow. If you want it darker, you can add more blue. Now make a green that you like up. It could be any kind of shade of green that you want the grass to be. It could be a bit darker, it could be a bit lighter. I'm going to make mine a tiny bit darker. It's going to be a bit of sap green. And a bit of yellow.
Yeah, I think that in the members area, there must have been a previous link for the last shows. So hopefully, anyone who tried to get in has got in now.
Have you checked the Sip Society?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So make enough of this up so that we can paint the whole of the grass. Paint that grass with a big brush. Now, I'm not going to paint the sides because I need to hold my canvas. Make sure you paint your sides. So I'll paint the side over here so you can see what it looks like. There you go. Paint your green grass. Now if you're using pens or pencils, you can colour this in. Get a good layer on it. And we've got our green grass.
Look at that, nice and green.
Perfect. That's all we need for green. I think it's time to do some red. Let's do the red doghouse. Actually, while we're here, Grab your small brush, grab your yellow. I'm actually going to add a tiny bit of red to my yellow because this is a bit too bright for me. I want it tiny, weeny bit darker. I want it like a slightly darker yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the smallest amount of red, and really not too much, because if you add too much, it's going to go orange, and Woodstock is not orange, he's yellow. Now you can see that's even a little bit too orange for me, and that was a tiny bit of red, so you can add a bit more yellow until it's just a tad bit darker yellow. There we go. That's still yellow now. That's yellow. So I didn't want it this bright because it's just a little bit too light. I wanted it a bit darker, and that is going to be. We'll paint Woodstock now. We'll do the outline later.
You have to do a really small brush with this one, don't you?
Tiny brush. Do the hair. Body. Wing. We've got to be very careful later and do the outline on this. Oh, if you do have a Posca pen, you can use a Posca pen.
Oh, that's a great little shout.
Do the outline. Little acrylic pen.
I'm trying to think, what kind of bird is Woodstock?
I have no idea.
I know what kind of dog Snoopy is.
Do you?
Does anyone else know what kind of dog? What breed, what kind of dog is Snoopy?
What's your brush?
If you know what it is, you're a super fan. Well, you also get on the board too. What type of dog is Snoopy? Sip, sip.
Okay, now let's go to the red. Big brush or medium brush? Big brush. Please, big brush. Washed my brush. My red went a bit haywire earlier. I'm going to dip my brush into the red paint. I'm going to paint the whole of the dog house red. We'll do all the lines afterwards. So it will just look like big blobs of colour right now. And then we'll sharpen it all up with an outline, which is the satisfying bit. You see it all come into life. It's got blobs of colour. It looks quite messy right now. So this is the bottom part.
So good to get creative on a Sunday afternoon.
Always good fun. Same with the Sippers kids.
It's all about trying something new, getting out of your comfort zone, and doing something that makes you smile.
Little technique, I like to use the tip of the brush to get them straight lines. So the very edge of the brush, can you see? And then I'll drag it like this and I'll get that straight line. So I'll move the canvas so that the tip is flat against the line, and then I'll fill in afterwards. So even the bottom here, I get the tip, drag it along. And there we go.
I think we're going to get told off by a few people as the link probably wasn't working as they tried to enter. So you guys are getting special treatment.
I don't know what it works for some. There we go. Same thing again. Get the tip, the edge of the line, and then drag it down. And that's how you're going to get a straighter line with your big brush.
Thing is, it doesn't even have to be a straight line. It actually looks nice as a bit of a wobble.
Yeah, the outline bit in black, it looks really good with a wobble. Because it is hand sketched. It's actually better with a wobble. It looks more comic booky.
And that's what it's all about. It's a comic strip. So it's supposed to look comical.
If you need to go down to your medium brush, do. I'm using my big brush, just a bit quicker actually. And I've got such a wide edge on that, I can get quite a good straight line. You can do the outline first and then you can fill it all in. That's what I like to do. Do the outline. Did you put tape on yours or did you pin your flag? I quite like the look of tape on this in particular sketch. And of course, the England flag is also red. There's the cross in the middle. So you can do the cross in the middle red too.
Can't be a nice little St. George flag. Oh, we got some fans in today. I literally wasn't thinking anyone was going to get that. So tell me the breed of Snoopy. Do you know, Jojo? Do you even know? What type of dog?
You told me earlier.
See that? I told her earlier. I guarantee she doesn't know it still.
Beagle.
Well, hey! Yes!
Beagle.
Snoopy is a beagle.
I don't really know my dog breeds either.
Not a massive dog fan.
I like dogs. I've just not really had many in my family, so.
Yeah, you're more of a cat lady.
Cat person.
So Snoopy is an anthropomorphic beagle. I don't know what that means, but that's what he is. And Hayley, you got that right first. So Hayley and Maria, you're on the board. Well done.
Well done, guys. Oh, just painting over my flag a bit. It's fun. Let's do that cross in the middle.
The good thing about having less people, it gives you more chance to win. It's a double win.
It's okay. We'll send anyone that missed out the link.
Yeah, they can catch up. They'll catch up. I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to do it when England win today.
Did you check the website? Yeah. There we go. After the event started. There we go. Settle. Got my dark house. I'm gonna wash some brushes. Let's go in with some white. The thing is, although our canvas is white, if you're drawing, you would probably you would leave it. If you're painting, it's always good to just get some paint on there instead of leave it. So let's get some white painted onto Snoopy, his legs, the shirt. We're going to do a lot of white now. White, 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 white. Maybe use your medium brush for this one. Make sure it's completely clean. Make sure your white is clean. So I'm painting Snoopy's face. Painting over that pencil. We'll paint the black on in a minute, but let's just get that layer of white paint. So the paint's definitely there. You can paint over the shirt too. Take the legs. Feet.
Would it be easier to do the small brush?
Maybe with the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bubble. No, I need to wash that brush.
And every time you do it, remember, have a cheeky sip. Check out that happy face. That's the face I'm going to be pulling later on in Unwind. Smiles all around.
There we go. Then the bubble. Do the ball. And then the flag. Elliot's running after cats behind me. He saw a cat in the garden and he's gone to go stroke it.
It doesn't like me.
But we have a really grumpy cat that comes into our garden. Doesn't like anyone. It's a black cat and it's just grumpy.
This is why I prefer dogs. Because dogs are
let us cuddle it.
bit more cuddly.
We want to cuddle. It won't let us cuddle it. So every time Elliot sees it, he runs and tries to cuddle.
I try my best. I'm out of breath now because I've been running after a cat to just give it a little touch. Does anyone know a nice cat that doesn't run away?
We do have a nice cat that comes in our garden.
Oh, we have another one, yeah.
We have a lovely cat.
I think it's called Tammy.
You said it was called Tammy.
Yeah, it has a name brooch called Tammy, so I think it's called Tammy.
Aww.
It's really white. It's like a kind of creamy, fluffy.
Very fluffy, long hair. I don't know what cat it is, but it's lovely. And then we give that one cuddles and tickles. That one's a nice cat. Okay, so I've painted all the white bits white. And then we're going to do some nice outlines. Black outlines over most of this. Try that out a bit.
How's yours getting along? Is it getting along better than you thought? Let us know.
Right, so for the black outline, we're going to make the black a tiny bit runny. You can grab a couple of drops of water and put it on your paint palette. Like that. Do you see that? That was one drop.
So a few drops just to loosen up the paint, right?
Yeah, so we're going to loosen up the paint just a tiny bit for the black. So I've got a bit of water on there. It's dirty water, but because it's black, it doesn't matter too much. Let's get some black into that water. I'm going to pour it all over Elliot's laptop.
Thanks for that, Jojo.
So again, some black paint, and we're making some runny black paint now. So we need it nice and runny for when we do these outlines. Nice. You don't want it too thick because it will stick a bit too much. There we go. That's enough. Got a runny black paint now, and then we go to our small brush. I just mixed with my medium brush. Hopefully some of your stuff is dry. The flag is a little bit wet because we've just done that. Most of it should be dry now on your grass. So you can do a little line down here. Use your small brush. And it's okay if you are a bit wobbly. That's kind of the quirk of the hand sketch drawings. Quite like the wobble. Now with this small brush, you probably only do a little bit of a line and then you have to dip again.
Is this where you hold your breath again?
Mm-hmm.
This is the focus time. Try and get the straightest line you can. But like Joe said, it doesn't matter. It's good to have a wobbly line. Gives it more character.
You can use a Sharpie or an acrylic pen at this point. Remember them the pencil sketches we did at the beginning? That's essentially what we're doing now. We're doing that same pencil sketch again. So we're doing the grass, the sides. Remember the rooftop?
These are those little touches that really make it stand out. Give it a nice little pop. Without this, they'll just kind of blend into the background. So outlining it with this very intense black color makes it pop.
If your house is still a little bit wet, wait for it to dry and then do the outline. Because the paint won't sit very well. You can see it's not sitting very well over here. It's just a slightly bit too thick still.
When I think about watching Charlie Brown back in the day, I remember he always used to play a sport. He was always standing on a mound and he was playing a sport. Can you remember what sport it was? And I only researched today to find out that he was actually the manager of this sports team. Does anyone know what sports team Charlie Brown was the manager of? What kind of sport was it? What sport? He wasn't very good, and his team wasn't very good as well. They didn't really win many times, but he played a lot. What sport am I talking about?
Doing the line of the roof. Can you see how I change my canvas around whenever I need to do a certain area? I do it so that I can get a straight line, and it's easier for me to go across than to go down. I find it easier to go across. We're more natural at going across the page, especially when we're writing. We're used to that kind of motion. Going down is a little bit harder. Now you'll see with the runnier paint, it will just go on a bit smoother. You won't have so much hassle trying to get a straight line and seeing all the squares. If your paintbrush gets all clogged up like this and you lose the tip, you need to give it either a little tiny little twist, or just go in and wash it on your paper towel. Or
yeah, this is why we say have a paper towel, just to get off the excess.
The rooftop.
So just like the picture's doing, she's moving her canvas all around. Don't be shy to move your canvas. Instead of moving you, move your canvas. It's a lot easier.
Don't forget the little lines that we did here too. As I said, you can go a bit wobbly with it. Go a bit thicker with it, go a bit thinner with it.
Yeah, wood's never straight. You never get that straight line, especially on those sheds. It's always a bit jaggedy.
Again, yeah, as like you said, it adds a bit of character to it. Don't forget to do around the England flag. Actually, I'll give you a little tip. Do the plasters, or well, the plasters.
The plasters?
Just have been putting plasters on. Do the tape.
The tape.
I've got bad blisters at the moment.
You've been walking around in those shoes that aren't comfortable.
No, they're not. Do the tape first and then do the England flag.
Makes sense.
Because then you're not having to, you won't accidentally go through. Paint all over me.
Has anyone got paint on them? If you do, baby wipes! We always say, keep a bit of baby wipes handy, because if you get any paint like that on your fingers, literally, before the paint dries, get some baby wipes, and these are like magic.
Thanks.
Literally, will disappear. I say that.
You got to scrub harder than that.
Look at that. They're going. Look at that. It disappears. So get some baby wipes, and not only does it get rid of the paint on your hands, if you make any mistakes on your canvas, before it dries, give it a little rub, and it will go away. Sip,
Ooh,
sip.
I was about to sip my water then.
Oh, that would have been funny. Has anyone done that yet? Has anyone sipped on their paint juice? I don't want you to, but if you do, please let me know.
I'm going to drop some more water into my black. Make it a bit runny again. Couple of drops. Got to go down around Snoopy as well. My little brush is getting a bit clogged up, so I might give it a little rinse in a minute. You see? Let's get that point back. Got the point back now. Go in with my black paint. Do the little corner here. The only bit that I don't outline is this red flag in the middle.
Oh, nice.
As in like the cross. You can, but I didn't want to do it.
No, it kind of looks nice about
I
it.
think
You don't really have it
more
on
of
there.
it, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't have an outline.
Doesn't have an outline in the real thing. I know in Snoopy World everything's outlined. But there we go.
So Charlie Brown is the manager of a dysfunctional baseball team. And he's usually the pitcher. And others of the characters are comprising the team.
Picture, get it?
Yeah, pitcher, see? There we go. And like I said, he's not really good. He's won, I think, about 5 times in the history of Charlie Brown and Snoopy show.
How many did you say there were?
There's literally been like, how many thousand? Okay, there's been over 17,897 strips. I think he's won about 5 times. So, not the best, but it's A for effort. He tries and tries. The funny thing is, they actually usually win when he's not playing, which makes him quite sad.
Aww.
And we got Kay's shirt on the board. Yes, she got baseball. Well done.
Let's do the football. Outline the football.
It's hard to get a circle. It is really hard. So if you find it a little bit hard, take a breath, inhale, exhale, and have a sip.
Thanks for that tip.
Great tip, right?
I'm going to do Use your small brush still to do all these details. Now, if I'm a little bit fast, you can take your time. You've got your sketch there now. While you're here too, you can do the little movement lines of it flying through the air. Do you know what we forgot? The grass.
Oh no, you've got to do those little spiky grass parts.
Yeah, which it just kind of flicks up in different directions.
Oh, is that in black and not in
yeah.
Oh, no, I thought it was in green.
It's actually just in black. Do some little lines in the grass too, if you wanted to. Let's do Snoopy.
Let's do it.
Haven't breathed at all. Now, who's braving it with the small brush?
This is where you get details. Come on, little sippers, you can do it.
Or are you going for the pen? It's okay to go for the pen. It's definitely a lot easier.
I'm excited to see these as well. This will be perfect as a nice memento of the day that England brought it home. You can forever say, what was you doing that day? Well, I was actually painting a Euro Snoopy because I knew it was going to come home. So I thought I'd paint this before.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to want it. But you're going to have to keep this. Put this up on the wall and show everyone what you were doing the afternoon that England brought it home. This is history, isn't it? This is history.
Yeah. It's history even if they don't win, but they're going to win.
That's so true. So the last time that England won it was 1955. And that was for the World Cup. But funny enough, it was also in Wembley.
What? Which one?
So the World Cup, 1966.
Was it Wembley too?
Wembley. So we're in Wembley today. Could it be? Can history repeat itself?
I need to get my point back on my brush. Don't forget the nose. We might have painted over it with this sky. Bring that nose back. Snoopy's coming. Okay. Let's outline this shirt. So we did the little collar.
Oh, he's getting his clothes on. He's getting his English shirt on.
Yes. Do the shirt down the back here. That line. Now, I didn't outline the numbers in black because I wanted to do the number in red and I wanted to do the badge in blue, but I did everything else. So do the little... Whew. Now, I do encourage everybody to try with a small brush, but if you're getting frustrated and it's not working, use a pen. There's no harm in that.
There is no harm.
It's not cheating.
It's about learning the kind of process first. So it's definitely not cheating.
You can put shorts on Snoopy if you want. You don't need to be shorts. I was tempted to put shorts on him, to be fair. I should have put shorts on him. Maybe you could do little shorts. little blue shorts. Be quite easy to do shorts. You could just kind of cut them off here, cut it off here and paint some shorts on. I'm going to do the line in blue. And the tail. If you can see the pencil in areas, you can go in and paint over it. Maybe with white, or red, whatever colour it needs. Don't forget the little toes. There's a couple of things I need to do, I feel. I need to straighten up this bit here because it's a bit wobbly on the flag. To add obviously these bits here. I feel like I need to paint underneath his mouth a little bit here because I can see a bit of pencil. And then we've got to do this, coming home. Let's do this. And then of course we need to add them 3 little bubbles. Remember that we painted over them maybe. Maybe you did at home, maybe you didn't. Start with the writing first. It's coming. It's coming home.
You literally have to. Exactly. Fingers crossed for England. I agree so much, Kay Stewart. Fingers crossed. And toes. If I could cross my toes, I would.
I'll try and cross your toes for you. I'll hold them crossed for you. Have you wrote a different message? Bubble. Nearly there, finishing touches.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see this. Really excited to see this.
I'm going to do 3 little circles here. And then I'm going to fill them in with white. While I wait for that bit to dry, before I add the white, let me do that little bit of red on the shirt, red and blue on the shirt. Using the small brush again. I'm going to show you the shirt. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a red number. The cuffs are blue, and they've got a little number on the back there, which is red. You can't see the number on the back. I did a line of red. And then we've got the line of blue going down there.
Let's see if I get one more person on the board.
Let's do it.
Why do dogs make terrible dancers? Why do dogs, Snoopy, make terrible dancers? Why? You tell me. Why? I think they're good dancers, but apparently not. Why aren't they? Why?
Okay, red. Just a little bit on the back. Let's do your number. Maybe.
Yes, thanks for everyone who's joining us today. I've had a few words with some of our sippers. We've definitely had some technicals today. So hopefully, the next time we run our kids show, we will sort out the technicals beforehand. It was bound to happen one of these days. It was bound to happen. We've had such a nice, easy ride of our technicals. And today...
Oh. Let's go in with our little ultramarine or phthalo blue. This blue here, a bit darker than our cerulean. Paint the cuff, the sleeve, the collar.
This way you got to get the details on there. Really good details. Oh, I'm loving that.
Did the two, and then the badge. If you did want to add some shorts, you could. Paint in some shorts, leave his feet. Bring the shorts down here a little bit.
Oh, you got some shorts on now.
Should have probably given him some shorts earlier. No shorts.
He's playing footy without any shorts. Get taken off the pitch.
But the thing is, if you do shorts, you've got to remember to do the outline on the shorts too.
That's true.
So go back in with your black and you do the little shorts bit here.
Yes.
So a bit at the end, yeah?
I'm excited. I'm actually going to throw it out there. Is there any little sippers that want to show us their creations?
Must have a hole in his shorts for his tail.
For his tail, yeah, make sure he's got a hole for his tail.
There we go. He's shutting up my little England flag a bit.
That's amazing. I can't believe time has actually flown today. Time has actually flown. I'm going to pop the link in the chat. If you want to show us your artwork, click the link below. Make sure you ask your parent and guardian to show NorteyPitcher your creation, but we want to see it. If you don't want to show us right now, please pop it into the Art Sippers Kids Club. We want to see your final masterpiece. Make sure you share it with your friends. Make sure you share it with your family. This is an England masterpiece.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll go down in history.
I think it will. I've got a little bit of optimistic hope in my heart. It's going to be a good day today.
Snoopy for manifesting.
I believe so. If you want to join us to show us, we'll pop the link. It's up there right now, and we can see what you've done today.
There we go. Oh, that looked fun. If I missed anything.
Tell us if we missed. We always do.
Always miss something. Oh, the white. Get that white in there.
There we go. I showed them the split screen. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh, you got a bit of feeling. So this is where we're going to pull the wheel of today's show.
Let's do it.
So well done for taking part today. We've had a good time. Have you had a good time? We've got Kirsty Stewart. You're on the board 3 times.
Woohoo!
3, 1, 2, 3. Go on, Kirsty. Max, you're on the board. And you got Hayley Perham, you're on the board too. So, all in there. All in there. Big prize to be won. Got to be in it to win it. And you guys are. So, Josie, do the honors, please. Who's it going to be? Go on.
2.
Hayley did. Oh, I don't know how she did that. You had a 3-2-1 and Hayley still came in from behind. Fair play. See,
Which is
they're all in
what
there.
England are going to do today.
They're all in there. Look, they're all in there. But Hayley, you are the winner. Send us your details and we will get an experience box out to
Well
you.
done.
Well, congratulations.
Well done, Maria.
You got it. You got it in the
this
bag.
experience box. Oh, actually, we've got Maria here. Let's see if we can go. Oh, I don't know if we can see your camera.
Let's have a look. I'll have a little gander. 3, 2, 1.
You got it in the bag. Oh, actually, we've got Maria here. Let's see if we can go. Oh,
There you are. Hello, Maria.
can you see it? Oh, I can't see it on my screen.
3.
Oh, yeah, I can see it on the other screen. Yay! I love that. That is incredible. It's so good. Look how bright it is. You've got your England flag there too. Well done, Maria. I can see it. I couldn't see it on the screen, but I can see it on the other screen, and that is incredible. Well done, and well done for winning the prize. Woo-woo. Do you think England are going to win tonight?
And I've also got my.
Do you think they're going to win?
I've also got
What's
my
that you've got? Oh, wow! That's 2. Did both of you do it? Did Hayley do it too? Did your mum do it?
This one's mine.
Yeah.
This one's
I
mine.
can't hear you. Oh, amazing. That is incredible. Well done.
That's amazing, Maria. Absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you pop that into the Artist Kids Club. We want to look at that
I'll
and
look at that closely.
give that some extra praise. So good. You smashed that. And congratulations on winning the box. It's coming to you.
Thank you so much,
That's
guys,
made my day.
for joining us today, and we can't wait to see all of your work. Please pop it up in the Arts and Kids Club on Facebook. We'd love to see it. And well done, and fingers crossed. Keep all your fingers
And toes. Remember, guys, stay
Enjoy.
safe. And thanks for joining us.
creative.
We'll be back. We'll let you know this is future dates. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely
Enjoy
rest
the
of your day.
match and enjoy the rest of your day.